Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Dragon Age themed episode. But we are soft talking, and by we, I mean myself and my good friend Billy.
Hello, it's an honor to be here. I'm a big fan.
Of me or of Dragon Age?
Both.
So, Billy, like myself, has a keen interest in Dragon Age, and so I figured that we could play a new game, sort of, while we talk about Dragon Age related things as well as character creation. Does that sound good, Billy?
That sounds great. I'm very excited.
Excellent. So, just as a side note, the ongoing Whispered ASMR videos series of Dragon Age that we have going on will still continue. This is not a new game that will continue on to that. But if you guys like this, and we will have Billy on, of course, again, then we will do that, but we won't have these episodes be necessarily connected, if that makes sense. So, Billy, do you have a male or a female Inquisitor?
Let's go with a female, because on your current playthrough it's a male.
True, you're right.
Some woman power.
Yeah. Alright, so do we want human, elf, dwarf, or Kunari?
Let's go with an elf.
An elf. I'll read this really quick. So, elves are a historically oppressed people, distinguishable by their lithe frames and pointed ears. Though most survive in the poorest fringes of human cities, others live as nomads, known as the Dalish. Elves receive a bonus of 25% to ranged defense. And we want to go female, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfecto.
Perfect.
Okay, Billy, do we want to do dual rogue, an archer rogue, two-handed warrior, a weapon and shield warrior, or a mage?
Mage. Let's go with
Okay.
mage.
Do you want to read that one?
It's too blurry. Like, text
Okay.
is too blurry on my end.
Okay. So, mages channel magical power into spells capable of a wide range of effects, from debilitating opponents, protecting allies, or unleashing devastating elemental energy. Those who wield magic are widely feared for their abilities, and their rebellion against Chantry control has left the land in chaos. So, do we want to be casuals, normal, hard, nightmare, or have a custom-made difficulty?
Let's do custom. I've actually never made a custom.
Sweet. So, the first one we get, obviously, is the difficult. Do we want to play casual, normal, hard, or nightmare?
Let's do hard.
Okay. So, after this, the options go to kind of, like, ease of life kind of decisions. So, like, our first one is friendly fire. So, you basically get to choose whether or not you can hurt yourself or your party by combat.
You know what, Thomas? Let's do yes, because we can at least shoot Solus in the beginning.
You know what? I think the egghead deserves it.
For sure.
Alright, so the next one is trial, even ground.
I do apologize to anyone if they are a Solus fan, though.
I do not apologize.
Okay, continue.
You know what you did wrong.
So even ground.
Okay. So enemies always scale to be at least the same level as the Inquisitor. So basically it ensures that no matter what, who you're going up against is at least as powerful as the Inquisitor. So no one will ever be underpowered. But they can be harder, obviously.
We'll skip that one.
Okay. We have Walk Softly. The enemies of the Inquisition may have new traits and abilities in combat. It significantly increases the chance of receiving special shipment, which I'm not really that concerned about, but basically it's saying that enemies will have new abilities than they normally do through a regular playthrough.
That sounds actually pretty interesting. Let's check it.
Okay. The next one is Rest Easy. So if you rest or travel, you lose any focus that you obtained.
No.
Okay. Then we have Rub Some Dirt on it. So healing potions only heal 1 health.
What? What is that? Oh my gosh.
I know. I personally wouldn't ever do this one, probably.
Let's not do that.
I would just be dead all the time.
Yeah, same. No.
Alright, we have Travel Light. So all supply caches are removed from the game. So that's like when you have the potions. I think it wouldn't really affect a normal playthrough too much. But yeah, since we're doing hard, it basically, like, during the parts of the games where you can refill your potions, they take those away.
Yeah, let's leave that.
Yeah. We have Take It Slow. You gain experience points at half the normal rate.
No.
Okay. We have Fair Weather Friends. Negative approval changes for followers and is doubled. So if you do something that makes someone disapprove, it's double disapproval.
Let's do it. Everyone's gonna hate our Inquisitor.
Are we gonna do an asshole run? Is that what's gonna happen?
Yeah, let's do an asshole run.
Okay. Makes me uncomfortable, but I'll do it.
Actually, yeah, some of these characters I cannot be an asshole to.
Like, I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Cassandra.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, I can't do it.
We're gonna try. And then the last one is Grizzly End. So bears, specifically for whatever reason, are a lot harder.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Okay.
Those bears in the beginning especially can take like 30 minutes to kill, so...
Yeah, literally. Okay, that's the last one.
For streaming especially, like, we don't want to spend a whole episode trying to kill a bear.
Literally. Sorry guys, we spent a whole episode killing a bear. How intriguing, engaging, truly. Alright, so that's it then. So, enslaved long ago by humans, most elves still live as second-class citizens within human cities. Elves who reject this life are known as the Dalish, nomadic wanderers who strive to keep the ancient elven religion and traditions alive. You grew up in the wilderness, a member of the Levelin. I can never say it right. Levelin.
There you go.
Dalish clan, and apprentice to its leader and guide, the Keeper. The clan wandered the northern free marches, and you had little need to interact with humans, until the Keeper sent you to the Chantry's conclave as a spy. What happened there, she said, would impact not only the Dalish, but indeed all elves. She could not have known how right she was. That sound good?
That sounds great. Let's do this.
Alright, let's do it.
Is this the same state in your other current
Yeah,
playthrough?
yeah. So I don't ever change my dragon keep, because I have it set to my headcanon basically, and so I always have it imported so that it makes sense from my Origins and 2 playthrough.
See, what I like to do is I have like, I mean, I guess I don't have a canon one to say, but I have a favorite. Um, so I have like 3 different playthroughs that are all different, and each one sync up with 1, 2, and 3.
You
If
want
that
to
makes
talk about
sense.
those?
Yeah, sure. So my favorite, I'll talk about my favorite, so it's less rambling, but my favorite is my Warden and Origins. Her name is Lana, and she was a rogue, and she was girlfriends with Liliana. We love lesbians. Let's go lesbians.
Let's go lesbian.
And she was modeled after Lana Del Rey because it was 2012, and I liked Lana Del Rey at the time. And she survived, and happily ever after with Liliana. Alistair was on the throne. That's like my favorite. I don't really like Honora too much. And I don't even really like them ruling together. I don't know, I just never really liked her character. And then in Dragon Age 2, my Hawk was I want to say male mage, and romanced Anders. And then I have a playthrough where my Hawk romanced Anders and then killed him just for like, the drama of it all. Which honestly makes sense because Anders, kind of did do a terrorist act.
I mean, literally, he
That's
did.
a lot to, forgive and get through. But anyways, back to, the playthrough I was talking about. And then that was mostly, it was definitely a mage rights, kind of playthrough. Always sided with the mages, and yeah, it was definitely a pro mage playthrough. And then Inquisition was another male mage who romanced Dorian, and that was also a pro mage playthrough. My besties in that were Dorian, obviously, Cassandra, and Varric. That's usually my dream team for Inquisition.
I love them.
It's just a great team.
Like, for real.
Isn't that the one you usually use?
Yeah, normally it's it kind of goes back and forth, but normally I'll do Dorian, Cassandra, and Varric. But sometimes, if I'm feeling a little spicy, I'll have Blackwall, Iron Bull, and then it depends on my mood. But it'll either be Varric or Dorian, depending.
Team Beefcake, huh?
Yeah. But I have tried to play with all of the characters, of course, but I just don't like some of them.
Elaborate.
I don't like Vivienne, and I don't really like playing with Sera.
They are polarizing characters, and obviously Solus. We don't like Solus.
I mean, I just forget he's even in the equation.
Yeah, no, Egghead does not exist to you.
Exactly, because after you get another character to replace Solus, he's out. He's gone.
Exactly, literally. Um, See, but I have very complicated feelings
As
towards
long as the job
Vivienne.
gets done, I don't care about the rest.
Um, like I truly,
Everything you've
really
heard?
do want to like
Completely
her,
true.
and I do. It's just, I sometimes she's a bit too, I don't want to say ambitious, but
I
out for
think,
her own agenda.
yeah, I think that's a good description, because she like always has like an ulterior motive. I feel like it can never just be her helping. It's got to be like, okay, darling, let me do this for you so that you have to do something for me.
She says darling, and I'm like, yes, yes, I can do whatever you want.
She's got you wrapped around her finger with darling.
I'm like, did you call me darling? No, I'm right here.
I just can't. And sometimes she's like a bitch for no reason, especially if you're running like a abolish the circles run.
Yeah.
And she's
I
like,
don't like that about her at all. Like, imagine if they made Vivienne and kept everything but changed that she was pro circle. Like,
but her whole personality is being pro circle.
but imagine her whole personality being abolish the circle. Then we have like, whoa, the ultimate character. At least in my opinion.
I might be
'Cause I
willing
really
to like her.
personality. Yeah, I like her personality. It's just like what she stands for. I don't like.
Her views are just so Templary.
Yeah, yeah.
And
they
like,
are.
how are you a mage? You went
Oh,
through
okay,
the
so-
whole circle of magi and still are like, I liked it.
But I will say, um, there's like a conversation you have with her where you're like talking about, um, just like having no circles, and then she talks about, someone who isn't able to control like the demon, and then turns into one and like kills the family. Um, and it's a valid point. I think if there should be some assistance, but I don't think every single mage should be in a tower, with no free will or choice of their destiny.
Yeah. So it kind of goes into, like, we've had this conversation before, but like the reason why I don't ever want Vivienne to be divine is because she thinks the only way that mages can like live is in through the circles. But if you choose Liliana and you get the College of Magi, it's like more of a free way for the mages to like learn how to not be a danger to society without basically putting them on a leash, because then like they're no better than the under the Cune, like sewing their mouth shuts and using them as a weapon.
Exactly. Liliana is just definitely the best divine ending in my opinion.
Agreed. Totally. I always choose softened Liliana.
See, for the longest time, I hardened Liliana because I thought if you chose softened, she would like get walked over. But you explained to me that if you do soften Liliana on the divine, she doesn't get walked over. She just chooses like compassion and talking through things instead of secretly getting someone murdered in the shadows.
Exactly. But I just finished Trespasser again a couple days ago, and They have one specifically for Liliana. I mean, of course, whoever you choose is divine, but mine was Liliana. And it said, like, of course there's going to be uprisings because the way she's looking at the world is so fundamentally different than, like, anything Thetis has seen. And it said through my playthrough, I think there are a couple different endings, but through mine, it said that since Liliana was softened, Vivienne took that as a sign of weakness, basically, and tried to reestablish the circles of Magi. And the circle towers, and it said that she is amassing a following, basically, of people who want to be traditionalists. And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that happened to me even with the hardened Liliana, so... And that is definitely the worst thing I think Vivienne does in the game.
She said, I'm gonna take power whether you give it to me or not.
Ugh.
And I'm like, literally worked so hard.
Right. She said, all the progress you made in the game, I'm gonna ignore it.
Literally. And I'm like, come on now, home girl. I don't even like you like that, and you're out here messing up everything.
You said, I shall ignore everything you did in the game.
Like, how dare you decide to do that to me?
Yeah, that was probably the most, it just wasn't pleasing to hear in the trespasser epilogue.
I just don't know why she felt the need to be like that, you know? I guess she, believes in what she believes in, obviously, but I don't know.
What her sign is. What do you think Vivienne's sign is?
Oh god, a Scorpio?
Oh my god, yeah. Yes.
She's got for real Scorpio energy.
I feel like a sun Scorpio.
For sure.
A rising Gemini.
Oh man.
And
yeah.
a moon. Maybe a moon Gemini too.
Oh god, double Gemini.
Maybe a moon Libra, because Libras are very charismatic, and she's very charismatic too, though.
She also only sees the world in black and white.
Yeah, I think that's her chart. At least the moon, rising, and sun. That's my headcanon.
I think it's a perfectly good headcanon.
Now, thank you. But remind me on Cassandra's divine ruin.
I think she's basically just like a centrist. So she's like, I don't want to rock the boat too much, but like I know there needs to be some change. And so she's like, let me like remake the Seekers, and then let me like, Templars, don't do that, Templars, no. And so I just think she's ineffective because she stays in the middle too much.
Yeah, I think her like plan for the divine was very much carry on Justinia's way of doing things.
Mm-hmm. And I mean,
Liliana was like continue on with that, but push further.
Yeah.
And then Vivienne's was kind of like, let's go back a little bit. But also, like, I do feel like it's kind of unfair to, you know what, never mind. I was gonna say it's kind of unfair to vilify Vivienne, but I don't know, she's not the villain in the way Solus is, you know?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I don't want to vilify her because I don't think she has necessarily ill intentions,
Right.
but
No,
I think she's just misguided.
yeah, yeah. There you go. That's the words I was looking for. Thank you. So tell me about this Inquisitor you're making.
Well, um, I wanted to make her feel like a real person,
Mm.
and so I've been trying to give her features that are more in line with real life, and also I wanted the energy of our female Inquisitor to be a little bit masculine,
I love that.
but in like a nice way, in like a I don't know how to explain it with words necessarily,
I know what you're going for though.
but like have her have like a masculine feminine energy.
Kind of androgynous.
Oh yeah, that's there we go, English.
That's the word.
Yep,
Androgynous.
yep, a little bit androgynous because, I don't know, I kind of like that.
Yeah. Gender's not real anyways.
I mean, so true, so true. I'm gonna give her some scars. Because I want it to be a little bit war-torn.
We love a good battle scar.
Yeah, because, we want her to be an asshole, right? So, like, she's gotta, like, be an asshole.
Yeah. She's pissed off someone and got stabbed in the face. Oh well.
Yeah, and she's like, you know what? I blasted their face off after that, so it's fine.
Exactly. With her magic.
Yeah. Do we want her to have Vaseline, or do we not want her to have Vaseline?
We want Vaseline.
Okay.
Which one?
I mean, my personal favorite is either this one or this one. But I really like this one a lot.
I like that one too.
Okay, we'll do that one. Yeah?
I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Perfecto. Alright, and I don't think I'll give her any makeup unless you feel like she needs some.
No.
Okay. I usually change the lips though, because they always make the shine like just too much.
Yeah, like if you put all the way shine, it is
Let me look.
like wow.
Look at her, she put lacquer on her lips.
Yeah, like Alexa played lip gloss by Lil Kim.
There we go. And then just darken the color a little bit. Yeah. Gotta make it natural.
Natural.
Yep. Alright, do we like her?
I like her.
Do we like her voice?
I just hope I can help.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. So, what are we going to name her?
You want to name her something elven or not elven?
Let's name her Bob. Short for
Alright.
Barbara.
Let's go, Bob. Let's go.
Bob. And then, you know what? I'm gonna make it happen. Hold on. Gonna do Barbara.
Like Shira, but Bob.
Yeah. It's like Barbara, but it's Barbara. And it's like Shira, but it's Barbara.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
It's got layers.
The layers. It's like an onion.
Yes.
That's layers.
The layers. Okay. But yes. So since we've already gotten to this point in my other ASMR series, do you think that the spirit who was taking the form of the divine in the Fade do you think that that was actually Divine Justenia? Or do you think it was something else?
I want to think that it was indeed Justinia. I just think that would be really cool if it was, because we don't know too much about her character. Like, most of what we know about her is through, like, things Liliana said in the game about her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would have been, like, a really cool, you know, further glimpse into the character of Justinia.
Mm-hmm.
But likelihood, like in reality of the game, I'm not too sure. I'd like to think it was Justinia though, because whenever she sacrifices herself, she says, "Tell Liliana, like, I'm sorry."
Mm-hmm.
How would just a random spirit know that though? You know?
It's true.
I don't know. It is an interesting question. I don't think there's necessarily a canon or right answer to it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm wondering if they're gonna expand it all in the 4th game, because to me, like, I just think it's really suspicious that Corypheus would be doing whatever he's doing to Divine Justinia. Like, obviously he could just be using it as a way to, like, put Thetis into turmoil, but there's gotta be a reason why, at least to me, and in my mind, why an ancient Tevinter Magister would go to the Divine and, like, do whatever the fuck he's doing with her when the Grey Wardens have her, you know? So it makes me wonder if there's something about Divine Justinia that we didn't know, or like that we don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be very, very interesting. I think Justinia is a very interesting character, especially if that spirit in the Fade was her.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would, especially those two stories, like Justinia being something greater than, or more powerful than what we think, and then her being the actual spirit. I think that would tie together really nicely and make something cool.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean you can't? I don't know.
But also, like, it would also not be, you know,
We need her, Cassandra.
unrealistic or boring for, you know, just her being killed by Corypheus, just for the political move of it, and just causing chaos, and then the spirit just being, you know, just some Fade magic or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So I think either way, you know, it could go either way. Either way's fine. Either way's
Whatever you think
interesting.
I did, I'm innocent.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened?
Either way works for the story.
How this
Yeah.
began?
I just don't know. Like, I don't know if it takes away from the story at all if Divine Justinia is something else,
A woman.
or if it adds a certain,
But then
I don't know, sense of mystery to her character. Because, like, I wouldn't imagine that she would make an appearance in the next game, because she's already dead.
what
But
did happen?
if there is something different, then I don't know.
No, I don't think it would take away anything to the story. I do think it would add to the story, in my opinion. But I'm sure there's people out there who would be like, Justinia, who cares about Justinia? Why are they moving back to Justinia? She's dead. She's just an old lady, you know?
Sure, yeah. But I think they would do that for anything, because I mean, even theories now of, like, Sera having a piece of one of the Evaneris in her.
Wait, what?
Have you heard that?
I have not heard of this theory.
Okay, so there's a theory going around that because Sera is so, I won't say weird, but she's different, and she says things that are, I mean, ultimately interesting and vague, and, you know, like, Cole talks about her being, like, something beyond just herself, and we're led to believe that it's her not embracing the elven part of her. But some theorists think that, like Mythal, she has like a piece of Andrul in her, because Andrul obviously was good with the bow, and
That would be very interesting.
yeah, and like just certain like they're like weird coincidental hints throughout the game. Like there's banter with Solus that he talks about, like her knowing where to shoot before you could even see the enemy or whatever. And obviously he's an old, and well, he's not an old god, he's an Evaneris, but you know, now that we have what we know from Solus, saying things like that to Sera seems more significant.
It for sure does, yeah.
So
I'm very interested in seeing where the Dragon Age series takes all of these, like,
So I
secret
don't really have a
gods and
choice about
everything,
this.
you know?
Yeah.
Because I remember I did not see that end. Can we talk about the ending? Do we want
not yet. I haven't got there in my other series, so yeah.
to?
They have
Yeah,
I at least want to
decided
wait for my viewers.
the
Okay,
people of
okay.
Haven mourn our most
Spoiler
holy divine
free zone.
Justinian, head of
For
the
now.
chantry. The
For now.
conclave was hers.
We'll
It
have
was
to
a
talk about
chance
that
for
later.
peace between
Okay.
mages and Templars.
So put
She
a,
brought their leaders together.
oh,
Now they
my
are
English is
nothing.
also failing me right now. A
We
needle, I
lash out
guess,
like
and
the
that
sky,
topic.
but we must
Yes.
think beyond
We'll just,
ourselves, as
we'll
she
pin
did,
that to the side.
Yes,
until the
yes.
breach is sealed.
Sounds good to me. But, I mean, I think if people are watching this, they have a good idea of
There will be
what
a fight.
happens, but
I can promise
I don't
nothing.
want to make anybody
Come. It
be
is
like,
not far.
what?
Where are you taking me?
Exactly, yeah.
But
Your mark must be
it
tested
should
on
be
something
fun.
smaller than
Anyways, look at our model. Look at her.
Ooh.
And strut, and strut, and walk. Sissy that walk.
Work it, that bitch crazy. Work it, I'm a free
Walk,
bitch.
walk, fashion baby.
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley.
So poised. So I guess I could ask, what kind of mage do we want Miss Barbara to be?
I have never done a playthrough where I did not support mage rights, or I was never not pro mage.
Yeah.
I've never
The
played
pulses
through
are
like
coming
that.
faster now.
Like, I have never sided with the Templars. Whenever
The larger the breach grows,
Uh,
the more rifts appear.
you
more
need
demons we
to
face. How did I
go
survive?
against
They said you stepped out of
Alexius.
the light, then fell
Yeah.
I've
apart.
always done
They say a
with the
woman was
mages on that.
behind you.
I think I've done a pretty good job at, like going both sides and like investigating, because, there is really interesting lore that comes out of siding with the Templars. You
Stay behind me.
you learn a lot more about Corypheus' past and stuff like that if you side with the Templars, but I mean, the moral choice is, of course, side with the mages.
Just for the lore purpose, let's do Templars.
Templars. Do we want to? I said we can conscript them instead of allying with them.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay, my PlayStation just said we have 5 minutes left until our stream will be over. So do we want to end it here? Or
Yeah,
do
I'm
we?
good.
Okay.
I feel like this is a good stopping point before we, get on a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, you guys, so thank you so much, and show Billy some love for being featured.
It's been great to be featured. It's been an honor.
It's been an honor to have you on our ASMR show.
Thank you so much, Thomas.
No problem. Bye, you guys.